Okay, the last of the pre-blog vlogs. Just kind of took a minute this afternoon to get this done. So this is gonna be for Saturday, May 31st. Which for some reason I got confused. I thought Memorial Day was always May 31st. It's not. But just trying to get this done so that you guys are entertained, because the entertainment beast does not go away, or at least as easy as it should. So I figured I'd do a put on makeup day. And I did want to let you guys know I am using an anti-aging cream. And if I could only get the hair off of it. Let's see if it will focus. This is one that I think I got from the Dollar Tree. This is a Dollar Tree one, and I want to say it was $1.25. It might have been $3. I want to say I've seen it since then, but yeah, it's been a thing. So with all my volunteering, you would not believe how many times I'm grabbing a first aid kit. You do not want to know how many times I've been grabbing a first aid kit. I think I grabbed the first aid kit like, oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure I grabbed it. And by the way, first aid kits that look different are chosen differently, by the way. It's been interesting, to say the least. I don't know how best to put that, except for the fact that there are people who judge you on your first aid kits. Yeah, there are people that like look and see what kind of first aid kit are you whipping out. Or are you whipping out, like, you know, the CPR, which is kind of funny. I have more bags than I have anything to do with. So it's been a month. I have been busy, and for the most part, if you've seen any of the the lives or anything like that, you probably know what I've been up to. But I went to a ton of events, a literal ton of events. Some of them I had makeup on. Some of them I put makeup on and the makeup went away. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, folks. I was wearing makeup at one point, and sometimes by the middle of the day or the middle of the night or at whatever event I was at, the makeup just disappeared. It like left. And that was really frustrating, because you're going to find out how long it takes me to put makeup on. It takes a long time, a very long time. And it was frustrating, annoying. I could put all this makeup on, and in minutes, it would just disappear. Just disappear. Just go, oh no, I don't want to be here anymore. So, that was disappointing to have happen. But it happens. So, as I stated, I am pre-blogging, and I am driving myself nuts doing the pre-blogging, because I am predicting a lot of work to be done. So I've got to practice putting on makeup and do all that before stuff, so that when you see this on May 31st, you're going to like, oh, that's how she puts on makeup. And you're going to go, I can see your problem right now, ma'am. Please stop trying to put on makeup. Sorry, gotta look at there. always put a lip gloss or something on my lips. I put today this another expired thing. But this sunscreen stuff, I always put that stuff on it. And then I usually outline my lips a bit because it's so painful. Let's see, one of the big events that I did was just general volunteering too. I mean, it was just stuff that I honestly, truly, you know, I wanted to volunteer for it and I did it, and it was a great experience. But I can honestly say I am going to start limiting the volunteering. I think my volunteering is better served if I don't do it. I got really, I want to say about last week. I get really tired, and this is just a eyeshadow base is what I'm putting on here, and I'm putting it on with my finger so that I can get this done and it will stay on. But I'm looking for, oh, there it is. Another primer. Gotta have all those primers. For all the people that hate the fact that I use my fingers, it's on you, not me. It just works better for me. It just seems to blend a little bit better. I know people will talk about how you miss things with blending with your fingers. By the way, this does work. It just doesn't work on hot days or nights that you're like sweating profusely. Just doesn't work that way. I wish that I could say that you know, everyone needs to volunteer. I think that's where the volunteering and the or professional. I have to get more of this. You know, I can donate $25 or I can volunteer for an hour. Or I should donate $100 and volunteer for, oh, I don't know, 5 hours. It is really, 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 really hard to figure out how things will work out. Sometimes a lot of volunteers show up, and sometimes nobody shows up. And that is a bummer, and it kind of, you know, the people that do show up, they're working extra hard, or they're trying to do their best, or they're, you know, they're trying to meet their community quota or stuff like that. I don't know. But I need my makeup wipes because I'll have to use this instead. But it does, you know, show up, folks. It really does make a difference. It's so funny, the difference between night and day events. Day events were like all over the place. Like I literally could not have predicted how some day events would work. Whoa, that is serious on the eyebrows. Oh my gosh, don't worry. It's by the time this video is over, you're going to be going like, what eyebrows? But it was severe. I've lost a brush already. It's serious. Like on the camera, it looks hysterical, but in real life, it's just like, oh yeah, they're just a little dark, just a little dark. On the camera, it looks hysterical. But it does happen. Can I get that? Hand color there. It was very annoying too. When you show up and like one of the events I went to in April, I went to a book event and sorry folks, we're gonna have to pick up this conversation after I get done doing my eyes. Went to a book event and it was packed to the gills. And I admit, I shouldn't have gone to the event thinking what I was thinking, but it was one of those events that I thought maybe men will be at. Maybe, you know, maybe there will be some men at this event, and maybe I will, meet a nice man. No men. So you may be thinking, where are the men? They are not at those events that you think that they're at. It was really funny because it was an author's event and it was it was actually a couple. So I thought, there might be men there. There wasn't like one man, like so despondent over it. Very despondent, actually. This is just a primer, so you guys don't freak out at the colors I'm using. This is more of like me testing a color group. I'm gonna use this as a base. So then I went to a different event and it was a sporting event for another group in April, and hysterically there was tons of men there, but they were also then more couples than anything. Sorry, I gotta look. Okay, see, I told you my eyebrows would disappear in a minute. For all those worried about it, it just kind of looks. Did I just like chunk a bunch out? Did I just shave a whole bunch? I don't know what happened there. You guys saw it there. It happened like a second ago. Maybe I can brush in some. Did you guys know you could use eyeliner and so forth and all that stuff? Need some Promenade or something. And then, so that was an exciting experience to have. I'm going to scare more people in a minute because I'm putting on really, really bright. And somebody's going to use this like, this is how Gen X does their makeup. Well, I don't think Gen Z is doing that much different, really. really don't. Because by the time this is all done, you're not even going to see that. Just doing what I can do. So many people are going to be like, oh my God, no, Patricia, no. How many of you color your hair? I gotta color my hair this month. It does look ridiculous. Oh, could it be more off-center? I think that's because of my dental work. One cheekbone is higher than the other. On this side, I'm missing the tooth on the upper side. On this side, I'm missing the tooth on the lower side. So yeah, my cheeks are kind of like here, but then you do the thing and you do that. But you'd be surprised what's going to happen next. Hold on. Yeah, I have to do that. Part of the reason I have to do that is that like I said, the makeup just goes off anyway, and I just need it to set for a second before I continue on. One of the other things in trying to find a date, I met a lot of married couples. Tons of married couples. They're everywhere. And it's so nice. It is really nice. It makes you believe love is still alive in some form or fashion. Whether it really is and it's not, I don't know, but it seems that love is still around. And there's lots of married people around. And people are getting married too, which is nice. I know somebody who's getting married. Just got hanging out with them for a hot minute. So, again, this is me like 4 weeks in the past putting on makeup, practicing it again, because I'm going to be doing a ton of events. And I'm going to have to put makeup on for them. Not all of them require makeup necessarily, but there's going to be makeup. One event that I'm kind of worried about, and I know I'm going to need makeup for, I have to just put the makeup on. I can't overthink it. It just doesn't work. And if I don't put makeup on, I'll know. They won't know. They probably won't care, but I will. And it will show. It will just show. I mean, what's the difference between a person with makeup on and another person without makeup on? You'd be surprised. And you'd be surprised how many people who volunteer and put a full face of makeup on. I was shocked. Shocked, I tell you. It really kind of, it almost bothered me to a point where I'm just there volunteering and they're doing some fashion show makeup. I'm like, okay, glad we're stepping up the volunteer game. Oh, and by the way, look at the eyeliner's already left. How many people thought I just poked my eye? How many? I did it. Sorry, I have to look at that. Oh my gosh. People, it's a disaster waiting to happen. It is. It's just a disaster. Not too bad. Let's be honest. One of these is supposed to work exactly like it's supposed to. The other one does not. And this is a brown, and it's gonna work for what I gotta do right now. So I'll just. I don't like using black because I really do get the raccoon eyes because my eyelashes are so thick. And for all those wondering about setting powder or something like that, you're right. I should be using a setting powder, but I'm not. By the way, never underestimate having deodorant with you. Never ever underestimate that. It makes the difference sometimes. And by the way, nobody says that you just have to use it in one spot. Just don't use, like, I have. By the way, this is another little potpourri kind of thing that can save you. But I have like 3 deodorants. 3. What am I supposed to do with this? Huh. Okay. So yeah. That does work. And then of course my setting spray. And I think I'm almost there. Hold on. Got another minute to do something. I'll use this one for a second. When you're doing day events, wearing glitter eyebrow shadow just makes you look more special. And when you're special, you want to be looking special. And I'm not saying I'm special, I just said that it helped me look special and I felt good and so forth, and it worked. Worked for what it needed to do. But if you can, just show up. Please, when you volunteer, please show up. Okay. I think I have to do one more thing, but all of a sudden those cheekbones come right out, don't they? Ooh, this Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer just got some competition. Okay, I don't know if you see it, but I see it in the reflection. Like, I have 14 different colors going on here. I may want to do something about that. Don't think I can. But hold on, let's see what I can do. It's funny, versus the camera versus what's I'm seeing in the mirror is kind of crazy. So hold on, let's see if this works. need a little touch up there and I'll be done. Sometimes a simple touch up is just lip gloss. Just a little bit of lip gloss goes so far. It really does make a difference. And remember, you always want your lips to match your cheeks or something like that. Okay. I think definitely this side is definitely looking duller. This side looks really chipper. Does anybody else have an earring allergy? I have tried clip-on earrings. I have tried a ton of different clip-on earrings, and I just can't get them to stay on. They can't stay whether I want them to or not. Super goop. It's supposed to keep it setting. I don't think it really will last. It's just a resetting one. It doesn't have any, I don't think it has any sunscreen in it. That's okay. Let's get some more pork fresh on from supper. So I hope that you had a good May. Maybe the next time you see me, it will be on June 6th, 7th. And we'll be planning the rest of the summer, seeing how things go. I am swimming again, and that might explain some of the hair issues I'm having. If you notice, I'm getting a little thin there, and it's just not quite, it's not quite quieting. So have a good day. I'll see you next week. Maybe I'll be a little bit more closer in time. Bye.